Hello, good morning, and welcome to Lee Anderson Yoga. I'm Lee. I'm very excited you're here for this special wrist-free yoga practice. So wrist-free means that we won't be putting any body weight or needing for support through our hands, arms, or wrists. So it's still a very strong practice. We'll still definitely be using our arms, but yeah, we won't do any weight-bearing exercises on them in this particular practice this morning. So fabulous. Let's begin. Let's start lying down on our backs. So knees are bent, feet are resting on the floor, and hands help you walk all the way down, just so that you can rest the back of your head, arms by your sides. And just taking a really deep, full breath in, feeling the air fill you, expand you, your chest lift and rise, maybe the belly swell, maybe it even softens into the groins and the legs. And then a sigh, letting all the air out. Beautiful. So let's have another 2 of those. Excellent. Hands start to lift down, reach down towards the right knee, and we extend the left leg out. Beautiful. So just holding on to the right knee and just giving it a little bit of movement with the leg, just to help loosen up into the hip a little. Left leg can reach out, stretch nice and long. Left heel is heavy, toes are up to the sky. Fabulous. And we're just going to encourage a bit of length into that right leg, especially the back, as we lift the heel up towards the sky. Beautiful. Bend that right knee in, place the foot gently on the floor, and start to bend the left knee in. Lovely. Right leg starts to extend out, and you can just again move the left thigh bone around in the hip joint. Any sort of movement that suits your range of motion that feels nice. Just warming up, encouraging that motion, and letting the right hand rest on the right leg, right heel down, right toes up, as the left leg extends and starts to lengthen up towards the sky. Remind the hips just to do nothing and rest back in towards the earth as the heel lifts. Beautiful. Bending that left knee, bringing it into the chest. Let's bring both legs in towards the chest and rock both knees. So whether that's a side to side motion or you'd rather encourage the knees to move around in a circle and sort of feel like this beautiful circle sort of movement in and around your sacrum, that's lovely. And then find stillness, again with a moment for the tailbone to sink between the hips as the heels start to lift up towards the sky. So your hands can just hold on and guide the legs here. Or if you want to challenge the abdominals, you can let the hands rest back down onto the earth. So you're working your tummy muscles to help hold the legs up and still. Let that tailbone just unravel closer towards the earth. And the energy about the legs is lengthening, rising up towards the heels and the sky. Fabulous. Bring the knees into the chest for another cuddle. Oh, those cuddles are good. Okay, let's keep that right knee in again as the left leg extends. So just feel the top of the left leg soften. If you wish, you can raise the right heel up. And if it's available, you can take your 2 fingers and wrap them around the big toe to really help encourage that heel a bit closer to the sky. As long as the right hip is down and the right shoulder has integrity as well. Softness about the neck. We're not forcing, we're not straining. Lovely. So you can keep holding out onto the toe. We're going to take the leg out wide. I'm going to bend my knee, and with the bent knee, encourage the inner thigh to relax as the knee falls out to the side. But if you've got a hold of those toes and that's available to you, absolutely fine. Just keeping the left hip down, left heel down, and just breathing into this opening that we're starting to create through the front of the body. Lovely. Let's lift the right knee up. Swap the hands over so the left hand can now guide that leg all the way over to the left side. Right shoulder falls back. So if you've still got a hold of that toe, again, that's fine. But if you want to release the toe now and just sort of guide the leg with the knee, that's a fabulous option. You're still getting this beautiful twist here through the spine. And then just return the leg back to center. Excuse me. Bringing the left leg up and extending, the left leg and extending the right. Knee in towards the nose, starting to lift the heel up. Hands can guide the leg. If it's available, gently hold onto the toe and just keep that heel extending length into the foot and the back of the leg. Left shoulder's relaxed, side of the left neck is relaxed, the jaw's relaxed. Then we relax into the groin area as we let the leg move out to the left side. So it's absolutely fine to bend that knee. And as the leg lays closer to the floor, the knee may sort of move more back into alignment with the hip rather than the chest. That's fine. Oh, fantastic. Slowly lifting the knee up. Swapping the hands. So the right hand guides the left knee over to the right hand side. And the hips roll. Spine lengthens. Just through a gentle twist. So just be mindful of how your neck's feeling here now. Relaxing under the chin, along the jaw, behind the ear, and down the sides of the neck. Beautiful. Return back to center. Knees hug in. A gentle roll. So you can roll over onto one side, or if you wish, you can really tuck that tail up and roll on up in a ball shape, coming to a seated posture. We'll take the feet out in front of us, keeping the knees bent, and a little bit of space for the upper body just to relax down in front here. Just feeling nice and cozy in amongst the inner knees, the calves. Beautiful. Closing the eyes down, feeling a softness and lengthening of the sides of the neck into the tops of the shoulders. Perhaps just listening to the sound of your breath flow through you. Excellent. Hands help you walk on up, bringing the soles of the feet together. I like to call this one butterfly pose. It's Baddha Konasana, or quite often gets called diamond-shaped legs. Beautiful. Hands can just cuddle the toes. Inhale, let the heart shine forwards. Exhale, bow forwards. So again, softening into the groins and the inner thighs, relaxing the legs so the knees just fall to the outside. Maybe the hips are heavy and sinking back, keeping you grounded. So that there's actually a lift through the upper body rather than a topple over forwards. Beautiful. Rolling all the way on up. So we're going to lift ourselves up into a standing posture now. So if you can do that without placing your hands on the floor, that is fabulous. Give it a go. Even if it's a bit wobbly, you can do it. Excellent. So a couple of standing postures here, and then some wonderful warriors. Hands at heart center, standing our ground, really feeling anchored and steady, yet calm and peaceful. Beautiful. Slowly bend the knees just a titchy bit. Breathe in, open the heart. And as we exhale, we tip from the hips, reach towards the toes. So a standing forward fold. I'm going to turn sideways, but you can stay there. So just inviting the body weight into the balls of the feet to encourage the hips forwards and a little bit more fall through the vertebrae, through the torso. So this is a relaxing posture here for the upper body and the arms, but strengthening and engaging for the legs. One more breath, a little bit more letting go through the upper body. Bend the knees, sit the hips, and roll up to standing. Let's keep those arms circling all the way up above us. Bring the palms together, and now exhale, bend the knees, let the hips sit back into chair pose. So you can keep your arms extended if that feels nice, or you can bring them back down here to heart center. Beautiful. But we're thinking about these hamstring muscles and glutes, and we want to use them to try to draw the tailbone closer to the earth. Still light through the upper body, breathing in and lifting on up. 2 more breath cycles in chair. Hope you're feeling fantastic. Warming the legs, softening across the tops of the shoulders, keeping them away from the ears. Beautiful. Just release the hands to the heart center as you push the feet into the floor and stand up. Great. Let's step our right foot forward, left foot backwards, just into a lunge. We can lower that knee down behind us. And I like to bend the knee because it sort of helps me tuck the tailbone under, and that helps me keep my hips aligned and square towards the short end of the mat. Hopefully that helps you too. Hands at heart center. Just feeling into the balance that's required, knowing that if we stay calm and in the moment, we'll be able to stay closer, truer to our center. Beautiful. Lovely warming lunge of the legs. Inhale, reach the fingers on up, gentle rotation through the body as the left arm reaches forward and the right arm reaches back. Lovely, shoulders lift. Exhale, shoulders soften, hands stretch further away from each other. 1 more breath cycle here. Beautiful. Let's take the hands all the way back up. Bring them back down to our heart center. Lovely. And let's step forwards and give the legs a march. That helps. Fabulous. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Just lifting the left knee, bending, taking the foot back. Whoops, wrong leg. This one this time. Letting that back knee bend to facilitate a tailbone tuck. More strength, support through the pelvis. Chest still remains light and lifted. Beautiful. Breathing in, lifting the arms. Right arm in front, left arm reaches behind. So let's bring that about the shoulder blades now. So breathe into the back of the lungs, the back of the heart space. Open up there so the shoulder blades stretch and the hands stretch further and further away. 1 more breath. Magic. Slowly on the inhale, return the hands back on up, square to the front, short edge of the mat. Hands come back to heart center, step forwards, and a little march up and down on the spot. Let's step the feet wide, ready for a wonderful wide angle pose. I love these. I also love to have my toes angled out a little bit with a slight bend in the knee and the knees sort of heading out that way rather than collapsing inwards, trying to keep the knees lifted, rotating outwards. Fabulous. Hands at heart center. Breathe in. Exhale, fold from the hips. Hands stay at heart center. And then halfway down, we just sort of add another breath in to give a little bit more length through the upper body. And we really let the upper body relax as we breathe out and lower the crown towards the floor, in the direction of the floor. So hands can release here and they can just rest on the floor if that's available. Or maybe you've got a block or something that's a bit elevated if you want to just let the hands rest on those. Elbows are bent underneath the shoulders and pointing backwards. Drawing the energy up with the inhale through the feet.
Inviting body weight down into the balls of the feet. Coaxing the body weight forward so we get better support and strength through the legs. And of course, relief through the upper body. One more breath. Exhale completely. Tuck the chin under and bend the knees outwards as you roll on up. Bring the hands back to heart center.
So let's lower the hips down into a goddess pose here. So we're trying to sort of press backwards with the knees or stretching into the inner thighs. Open the arms up and outwards. Lovely. Palms open in a receptive gesture. All that the universe can offer, all the wonderful possibilities. Yeah. Bring them my way. Lovely. Gently straighten through the legs. Bring the hands to heart center. Fabulous. This time we're going to windmill when we forward fold. So take a breath in, lift the ribs. Exhale, bow forwards. Another breath cycle just to ease ourselves and get a little bit more depth and length through the upper body. Next inhale, we reach the right hand to the left foot. Raise the left arm. Breath here. Pull that left shoulder blade backwards and your heart opens forwards. Fabulous. Stay with the exhale. And then slowly on the inhale, return back through center, hands at heart center. Exhale, ease in. Beautiful. Inhale, left hand to right foot, right hand reaches up. Bring it back to the shoulder blades to help just sort of nestle and nudge the back of the ribs, supporting the neck, heart soft, gentle, open forwards. Stay with the exhale. And then slowly on the inhale, return back through center, hands to heart center. Exhale, fall forwards. Whew. Bend the knees. Lovely, roll on up. Arms reach all the way on up and open out into that goddess pose. So this is just a bit of fun, isn't it? Yes. Lovely, return the hands to the heart center. Straighten the legs. Beautiful, heel toe them back towards each other. So we're going to experiment with that chair pose again now. Breathing in, lifting the heart space and the arms. Exhale, bending the knees, sitting the hips back down behind us. Fabulous. Feeling the inner thighs, strength in supporting each other. So the knees aren't fighting each other, they're helping each other out. Hands lower back down to the heart center and just rest into the chest to remind extra length through the spine. Beautiful. Rotate around to the right hand side. You can look that way as well with if you like. Don't force the jaw. Beautiful. Back through center. Raise the arms straight up towards the ceiling. Hips anchor back down the center. Fabulous. Hands come back to heart center, around to the other side. Beautiful rotation. Back towards the middle. Hands up again. You can do this. Wonderful strengthening for the legs and lots of movement for the arms and the hands. Fabulous. Lifting on up, coming to standing and just standing your ground. Closing your eyes, releasing your arms down by your sides. Maybe your palms are facing or resting into your thighs. Maybe they're open forwards. Few more breath cycles. Just let the muscle fibers organize themselves and you soak up that swaying movement. Excellent. Let's step out into a nice warrior two. Right leg forward, left leg back. And you can take this stance as long that is comfortable for you. Back foot's on a little bit of an angle. Be mindful here about where the hips want to position themselves as you sort of face towards the short end or the front of your mat. Let this knee bend and the hips sink, but there's a lifting energy about the ribs. Hands can just sort of nestle in and around your heart space. That beautiful energy there. That's why they get drawn there. And as you breathe in, reach the arms out over the feet. Lovely. Trying to keep the ribs, the chest, above the hips rather than striving in one direction all the way out. We want to be super strong and tall, cool, calm, brave, warrior two. Excellent. I love reverse warrior. So release the left hand by the left leg, lift the right arm all the way on up. So we get this lengthening energy happening, keeping integrity here about the left side of the body as you tip over to the left, expanding through the right. Soft at the back of the neck and keep that knee bending, lifting. You've got it. Breathing in to the right side of the body, softly exhaling out of the left. One more. Stay with the exhale. And let the inhale lift the body up as you return to Warrior Two. Fabulous. Hands come onto the hips. We're going to straighten the front leg and just step that back leg in again as we prepare for triangle. Nice, so we've got a shorter stance this time. Arms reach on out, fold from the hips, tip over, right hand towards the right toes, left hand towards the ceiling. Just sort of pay attention to this shoulder, that it's rolling backwards and lifting upwards. That'll help your heart shine forwards and true. It'll make it easier to breathe, and it'll help you get that beautiful movement through not only the sides of the waist and into the chest, also through the middle back. Relax the neck. You can look up to this top hand if you wish. I like to smile forwards. Just feel that falling energy, that extra length that you're achieving just by allowing the muscles time to unravel of their own accord. Beautiful. Staying as steady as you can. One more breath cycle. Heart opening forwards. Exhale completely. Beautiful. Let that left hand lower down to the hip as you bend the right knee and roll all the way back on up. And you can visit Warrior Two if you like. It's a bit of a shorter warrior here. If you want to work the shoulders and the arms, keep them elevated. Otherwise, rest them by lowering the hands to your hips. As we rotate the feet and we face the other way, ready for our Warrior Two in our other direction. Stepping the feet out, nice and long. Readjusting, wriggling, giving yourself time and those muscle fibers time to find your perfect alignment in this shape. Hips falling down, ribs being light and lifting, shoulder blades opening, stretching the hands away from each other. Fabulous. Slowly lowering the right arm down by the right leg as the left arm lifts this time. That left knee stays bent, nice and high. Breathing into the left side of the body, support through the right. Soft about the neck, amazing reverse warrior. And again, just feel that stretch evolving. Feel it sort of unraveling and happening within you. Your energies are letting go, tension and stress disappearing, fading away. One more breath cycle here. Exhale completely and use the inhale to lift you on up. Ooh, hands can return to warrior and they can land gently on the hips. So we start to prepare for triangle. So I'm going to bring my back foot in a little bit, straighten the right foot. Excellent. Reach the arms on out. Feel steady and strong about the upper thighs and the pelvis. So I draw the left thigh bone up into the hip and tip the right hip on out. Lovely. Reaching all the way over into triangle. Trying to keep that right shoulder blade up nice and high. Drawing it backwards to encourage the chest to open forwards. And just feeling the soothing sensation of the breath flow in and through. Maybe it offers support. Maybe it softens. Maybe it just loves and accepts. But let the breath flow. One more breath cycle. Exhale completely. Release that right hand down to the hip. bend the left knee, roll all the way back on up. Fabulous. Let's walk the feet back together and we revisit chair pose. Excellent. Hands at heart center, legs, feet start to nestle in nice and close. Feel each other's warmth. Inhale, heart lifts, hands lift. Exhale, bend the knees, sitting on down. So we're going to do another rotation here, and we really want to keep these knees close together. We don't want the thighs to slide. Fabulous. Let's lower the hands down to the heart space. Start to turn around a little bit, and you can release the left hand to the outside of the right knee, but keep those knees stable as the right arm reaches out to the side. Tailbone directly behind you, heart opening forward, shoulder blades guiding the upper body up and around. One more breath here. Fantastic. Slowly return the hands back to center. We're going to forward fold here for a little bit of recovery. So exhale, push down through the balls of the feet. Really let the upper body relax and release down the front of the legs. One more breath cycle. Bend the knees back into chair. Hands to heart center. Fabulous. If you need to reach the arms up to help get that extra length through the torso, you can. Then bring them back down. Tailbone down. Turning the body around. Starting to reach the right arm to the outside of the left knee and just checking in with those knees that they're aligned and nice and close together. As the right arm reaches up. Sorry, I think it's the left arm. I'm a little bit twisted around. Tailbone straight back. Breathing in to offer support and structure to the body, the chest, the belly, shoulders and the hips. One more breath here. Exhale. Beautiful. Return the hands to the heart center. Lift the hips and bow forwards. Forward fold. Magic. Breath cycle lifting up and in. Exhale, bowing forwards. One more breath cycle. Magic. So let's lower ourselves back to our seated posture. Gently bend the knees. If you need the hands to support you, that's okay. Oh, and extend those legs out in front so that I can see your toes. Heels are heavy, toes are up. A little bit of a wriggle through the body as you need. You can lift the knees, hands to heart center, bow forwards, gentle forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, feel a little lift. Exhale, bow forwards. Oh, those legs feel fantastic. One more breath cycle, a little bit more length through the upper body. Lovely. Belly to the thighs, heart towards the knees. Exhale completely, and then the hands walk you back up to sitting. Hands underneath both knees, letting the soles of the feet rest together. Lovely. They cup the little toes. You can rock a little bit if you like. Butterfly. Beautiful. So as you fold forward here, you can keep the back straight if you wish, or you can round, whatever suits you. But we want to start at the tailbone. So we want the tailbone and the hips to be heavy. Just let the tailbone and that area of the lower back warm and naturally offer space. Knees relax out to the side. And little bit by little bit, as your awareness wanders up the vertebrae, maybe you curl forwards or maybe you just sort of lean straight in. Whatever you choose is fine. 2 more breath cycles here. So really give in to the beautiful surrender, knowing and trusting that the breath is still there for you. Magic. Releasing the hands so the hands help you lift on up, keeping the legs exactly as they are. Gentle rotation around to the right hand side so you can let the hands rest, but then you can use them just to offer a little bit of leverage, a little bit more lift through the ribs, Keep those knees relaxing down to the outside. Soften the sides of the neck. It's okay if they're feeling a bit twisted, as long as there's no sharp pain or aggravation there. Beautiful. Slowly return back through center. Swap the arms and we're going to go around the other side. Oh, doesn't that feel great? Knees fall away. Effort and energy is in lifting the vertebrae up, softening about the shoulders, easiness about the neck, smiling about the face, the lips and the eyes. Wonderful. Back to center. Arms reach out to the side above your head. Elbows bend and the hands just cup the back of the head. Please allow the head to fall into the hands and keep those elbows stretching away from each other. We have a side bend here. So just tipping up over to the side. Whew. Relax the knees. Stay anchored through the tailbone, strong and tall through the sides of the body. Close the eyes and just let the face be soft and the breath be smooth. Magic. Returning back up to the center. Take a breath cycle to allow a little bit more lift and a little bit more fall about the hips before you tip over to the other side. Relax the neck, the head's falling into the hands and the elbows are stretching away from each other. And it's just a side bend over to one side. Excellent. Gently lifting the body all the way back up. Releasing the hands under the knees and lifting the knees in towards the chest for a cuddle. Wrap your arms around your legs. You've done amazing. Take a breath in and smile and just bow over the front of your knees. You can rest your cheeks on your knee bones or not. You can just sort of rest into your own circular shape. Wonderful. Lifting the head with a smile. Releasing the legs to a comfortable seated posture and bringing the hands together in front of your heart. Checking back in with your amazing heart energy. That is vibrant, sweet, and essentially you. So thank you so very much for making this time to practice yoga, movement, breath awareness with me. I am very, very grateful. Please remember to subscribe to my channel so you'll get all the videos that I release. And let me know. Leave a note. Tell me something about yourself. What poses you enjoy, what stretches you enjoy, or what you don't enjoy but you know you need, so I can try and make them fun and we can get them done together. So I can't wait to hear from you. Thank you very much. See you soon.